I've long been, on the path of feminism, even from a young child, because I was aware of the disparity and the dichotomy, double standard between men and women and what they did in the world and how they were viewed. And women, we actually used to have a purse and shoes that matched and wear white gloves, and we'd wear a little hat. Anyway, but thank heaven that's long gone, although it's nicer if you do that retro with a sense of humor. But I've always been conscious of that in one way or another, whether I articulated it or not, even when I was a kid, because my parents were Southern. My dad was a big gambler and a drinker and a very sweet guy, but nonetheless, if he wanted to go out and stay out half the night, he did. But my mom didn't, and my mom had depended on him for money. And if he wanted to give her, he wasn't happy to give it to her anyway. But when he did, it wasn't a huge amount. Anyway, I just saw that there was a selfishness and a self-interest that was easy for men to express in women. Then as I got older, anyway, so I was very easy for me to be sort of a natural feminist. And I was influenced by Steinem, of course, and Robin Morgan became a good friend of mine, and of course I've always adored Jane Fonda. I was a blue-collar kid, so I knew what money meant. I knew what having money meant. And my mother eventually started working as a nurse's aide when I was about 12, but she didn't work before that because my dad didn't want her to. It was, that was that old credo, like, I don't want my wife to work, and it's so silly, so foolish, and just ego. And yet my dad would go out and gamble and drink, and I hung out with them all. On Saturdays, I'd go to the bars and the bookie joints with my dad, and on Sunday, I'd go to church with my mom.
Is that awesome? That's amazing. I've been here with Lily Tomlin at the Women's Media Center Awards. Lily Tomlin is hosting this year's event, and this is so exciting. Thank you so much.